actually perfectionism is a sign of insecurity. It is not a sign of high standards which we imagine it to be. Start to look at really where it matters and where it doesn't matter. I am an overachieving woman because only an overachiever can feel overwhelmed. How to deal with overwhelm, as sometimes it becomes too much being an entrepreneur and a homemaker at the same time. A few things, Abida. One is letting go of perfectionism. Okay, so I feel like a lot of who I am today is because I have let go of trying to be Miss Perfect, which a lot of us women are. Actually, perfectionism is a sign of insecurity. It is not a sign of high standards which we imagine it to be. It is that we don't want other people to judge us so that we don't get embarrassed or shamed, so therefore we always need to be perfect. We get overwhelmed because there's too much to do, but you start to delegate some of that stuff, you'll start to see that, you know what, even at 70%, a lot of things done is great. I have a guest coming right after this Insta Live, and I just went into the guest bedroom and the cover on the bed was not up to the kind of cover I would have liked on the bed. Immediately I called the staff and I said, look, put something better. I'm going to come back and this thing. I want water here, I want this, I want that. I've given the instructions and come away. But I know that there's a perfectionist in me who wants the house to look a certain way all the time. But you know what? My guest doesn't even know what bed cover is supposed to be there. So can you see how we make our life itself very hard? So the first thing I'd love for you to do is start to look at really where it matters and where it doesn't matter. Okay, there are things that matter and there are things that don't matter, and when we put in too much energy on the things that don't matter, things that matter get neglected and we are not able to prioritize correctly. The second point is prioritize correctly, which means really sit down and make a list of what's most important, what's urgent, what's important and urgent, and start to know which ones to do first and which ones to do later. A lot of times I feel like we put artificial deadlines on our own self and then grumble about how we are procrastinating. No. So I had to go for change makers. One day before that, I woke up because I just landed from Iceland. My mind was not there. And I was like, Puneet, I don't have an outfit. So when did I go buy the outfit for change makers? The night before. So at 5 o'clock in the evening, I have gone, picked up the outfit to wear it the next morning. That's literally what the case was, right? So now for somebody, that would be like, oh God, Puja, you're so last minute. For someone, it will be, oh God, okay, she landed from Iceland, she got her outfit, she wore it, she looked gorgeous, bas, ho gaya. Correct? Now, some of us want things done much before time, and that's where trouble happens, okay? So I'd love for you to look at, are you really procrastinating, or are you just prioritizing in a manner where you call it procrastination, but everything gets done, it just gets done last minute. That's totally okay. And third is, remember, you can drop all that you do and eat chips and watch Netflix if you want. The fact that you've chosen to be an entrepreneur and a homemaker is what's making you special. Now, after you make that choice, when you complain about that choice, isn't that unfair on yourself? I want to travel. I want to run my house a certain way. I want to attend every Success Gyan event and be, a master with them. These are all choices I have made. I had the option of choosing to sit at home, raise children and enjoy myself. It's not a choice I've made. I'm very proud of the women who make that choice, but it's just not who I am. I choose to I want to serve the world in my life. I want to leave a legacy. It's something that's important to me, right? Now, I can't make that choice and then complain, oh my God, I've just landed from Iceland, now I have to go to Mumbai. I've just come to Mumbai and now I have to go to Udaipur. I have to do all of that because I choose to do all of that. And like my son or Dr. DeMartini puts it, we get to do it. We are so lucky. See, Abida, if you can move your mindset to, instead of overwhelmed, start to say, I'm so lucky I get to do it. I'm so lucky I get to be an entrepreneur and a homemaker. I'm so lucky I get to wake up in the morning, be there for my house, look after my house also, and go and serve the world also. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. Just start to say this to yourself, because a lot of times overwhelm is our mind complaining against what the choices we've made. When you start to handle your mind and you start to fill it up with gratitude, you'll start to see the overwhelm reducing. Like, I've landed today and in 6 days I'm leaving again. and I have only 6 days to launch everything that I have asked people. So I'll be doing Sister Verse this coming Monday. I have a GBD getting launched today. I have reels to be made this week. I have, like, there's so much to be done. I can either choose to look at it and say, oh God, I'm so overwhelmed, I have so much to do. Or I can just feel blessed that, oh my God, how many people do you know who can work as hard and party as hard as me? And I'm so lucky because these are the choices I have personally made. Now I shouldn't complain against the exact choice. Nobody's asking me to travel the way I travel. Nobody's asking me to work the way I work. I work very, very hard, much more than most people. I party or rather travel more than most people. These are choices I have made. Abida, this is a choice you are making. When you make choices and you complain against it, God gets very confused. कि पहले तो pray करके मांगा था कि मेरे को और clients दो, मुझे और काम दो, मुझे और पैसा दो. तो जब मांगा था, अब जब लोग दे रहे हैं, जब मेरे को इतने courses launch करने पड़ रहे हैं, तो उस वक्त मैं अगर complain करूंगी तो भगवान बोलेगा यार make up your mind, देखो चाहिए क्या? Same thing will happen with you. Allah is going to ask you, चाहिए क्या? Sweetheart, make up your mind, है ना? So from today onwards, when you are in overwhelm, firstly feel very grateful कि I am an overachieving woman, because only an overachiever can feel overwhelmed. Lazy people never feel overwhelmed. वो तो bored हैं, right? उनकी बड़ी problem क्या होती है? Life is so boring. There's nothing to watch on Netflix. There's nothing to do the whole day today. They are bored people. I would rather you live in overwhelm than in boredom any day. Okay, I feel very proud of the women who live in overwhelm, because it's an instant teller for me that you are an overachiever, that you are a very high standard woman, that you are someone who will leave something substantial to this world. You are someone for who it matters, your identity, your financial freedom, your respect, it matters to you, your dignity matters to you. I am so proud of you. Hello, women in my tribe, please always be overwhelmed. I'll handle your overwhelm. You just be an overachiever. ठीक है?